Hello everyone, welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. This is Stefan, this is my channel, this is my jar aquarium, the most primitive, naive, simple, basic tank jar aquarium setup in my whole network of systems. It's basically a jar, duh, and an air stone, and there's a nano heater in there, and that's about it. All right, so I've been running this little, I don't know, maybe it's 1 gallon, give or take, for several months now. I change the water here and there, and what I do is I add in some cuttings from plants, groups of mosses, things like that, and then every now and again a few cherry shrimp and some scuds. Scuds are even smaller freshwater shrimp, often used for fish food, sometimes considered a pest. They're in here, and so as you can see, are cherry shrimp of all different shapes and sizes. And that's it, besides a shit ton of plants. So my concept for this jar wasn't to just do this, because frankly it's not beautiful enough, or I don't need cherry shrimp any more than I already have. And the reason then, folks, stay with me, the reason was any number of my other tanks have some spawning activity going on. The rocket killifish in one nano tank, the celestial pearl danios in another, and some other tetra species, but those are the two I was most looking at. And my plan was to harvest some of those eggs, if not the fry, and put them in here to grow them out. Now, I did take some plant clumps that I thought might have eggs in them, particularly from the killifish, because I think their eggs stick more to plant surfaces, whereas CPDs or celestial pearl danios, those eggs would have probably fallen when I removed whatever clump the parents deposited them on. But nevertheless, I tried both with no success. I look at the top here every couple days to see if there's any fry amidst the duckweed, and there's been a lot more duckweed. I sort of just cleaned it out, and that concept in terms of growing out fry, while this could be an awesome solution for me, I'm just not able to get fry from the other tanks or eggs. Now, I know they're spawning and depositing eggs because I see the behavior, and my tanks are in really good shape and the fish look great, and I know it's happening, but I think other species in the tank, if not the parents themselves, are predating on their own eggs and or fry. In any event, my little concept here for this jar, which sits right next to my reading chair on the other side of my least killifish jar, which I've done videos on, and just below the jungle endler tank is this jar tank. You can see there's a window here. It goes right to my backyard, but there's hardly any direct sun. Only sometimes, and certainly not today, and so forgive the garden hose out there. But for what it's worth, this tank has a really healthy school group of cherry shrimp colony, and the Christmas and Java moss looks great. Not a lot of yellow stuff there. I've got a little bit of Wassertang and Riccia at top. That's the lighter green is the Riccia, and the Wassertang is darker, leafier. I have some of that at the bottom as well, the Wassertang, and then some guppy grass. And then the airstone, actually it's attached to a sponge filter. I do have a sponge filter, so that up levels the tech on this tank from an airstone to a sponge, which is not saying much, but it is significant given how low tech this jar is otherwise. Now, I could throw in some least killifish or some guppy babies, but I mean, I've been there, done that, and once I do that, it's all over. That's what this tank is committed to. So I'm still waiting and hoping that my concept comes to fruition, and if it doesn't, there's nothing particularly ugly about this tank. It's just kind of random in there. In any event, I thought I'd share this with you. Comments, questions, concerns, share them with me. I love to hear from you. I love this hobby. And as always, keep your hands in the tank. Ciao for now.